in a weird way.
It did. Hello, everyone.
Julie was also cut off in a weird way. She was just paused like this.
The music stopped before the full do-do-do-do, so I waited.
At least for me, I don't know about for everybody else, but Julie looks like a 4-bit cartoon.
That's what Amber said too. I don't understand. We are using the same Wi-Fi.
We are in the same house.
In the same room.
Julie is technically closer to the Wi-Fi box than I am.
I am every time. I don't understand it.
Amber looks great. Julie looks like you remember those like Homestar Runner cartoon things when we were like, well, I was probably in my preteens. You guys were like older than that.
Hey.
I just said older than that. I didn't think by how much.
Disrespect.
Like I wish you could see the face that you're frozen on right now for me. Where's my phone? This is oh no, it changed. I'm like, this is the best thing I've ever. You look like this.
Yeah, you were stuck on that face. She's still doing it. That's why I was stuck on it.
It wasn't stuck. I just hadn't stopped making it.
No, it was stuck.
No, it was stuck. You were completely paused.
So rude.
It was fantastic.
Regardless, they'll be able to hear you.
I know you can hear me. It's weird when you can't see me, but like there I am. The disrespect.
You are better now than you were before.
Great.
Oh, I just realized you guys were on the wrong side.
We were on the wrong side that whole time.
It's weird. There's absolutely no reason why it shouldn't be. Like, I just saw my bars went up and then they went back down again. We're on the same internet.
You were.
The only thing I can think is the streaming of the Olympics could be affecting it.
This has happened before. I'm not going to not watch the Olympics. People will just have to see me grainy. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Bree. Glad you're ready to party.
She's like, I'm watching surfing, damn it.
I will watch these caked up surfers. You cannot stop me. Anybody else been enjoying the Olympics?
Did anybody else watch the opening ceremony? We watched the whole thing.
We've been watching
live. And it
I
was
haven't watched a single solitary thing.
Wild.
Well, you're missing out because it's been really good. And Amber, who previously was like, I don't understand how you could cheer. She's into it. She's so into it. And I love this for her.
I'm like, I'm so hungry, but there's 3 more rugby matches and they're so fast. We can't go eat until we finish the rugby. We can't.
They go too quick.
They're only like 15 minutes each total.
I think for the most part, we've watched rugby, surfing,
synchronized diving,
which for the most part doesn't happen until later in the week still, but like we've been back in it. Yeah, we've been enjoying it. I love it every single year. Amber is not an Olympics girly, and I was like, well, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to watch them because you live with me now. And she was like, that's fine. I can like passively watch them. It's not going to be a big deal. Lo and behold, she actually enjoys them. So there's that. But I will say that throughout the entirety of the Olympic viewing, I have been working on getting my paper edits into the computer. So I have finished this much. I have this much to go. So I've been making a lot of progress over the last couple of days. I'm getting a lot done, which is actually really good. So I'm getting work done at the same time as watching, which is nice. I want to, but I don't have cable.
You don't have to have cable. You could either watch it on NBC, has coverage, or if you have Peacock, which is like a streaming app that you could put on your TV or your phone, they are showing everything.
Yeah.
So that's what we're watching it through. You can go, you can pick and choose like what you want to watch. And then even afterward, you can do a replay if it was live in the middle of the night for you or something.
I'm not a soccer girly or basketball, but I love that. Listen, watch it. It's great. It's fantastic. I've been enjoying, Flava Flav, Snoop Dogg. I've been enjoying just.
Why is basketball? Why would you think basketball is a winter sport?
Because it's played during the winter season.
but it's not a sport contingent on snow or cold.
Right. But the typical basketball season is like,
Which is why it's perfect for Summer Olympics, because they're not playing their active seasons.
yeah.
There you go. But it's
But
not like
that'll-
it's not like sledding in Summer Olympics, you know. Like
I got pretty confused as to why there was hockey in the Summer Olympics. Turns out it's men's and women's field hockey. I thought only women had field hockey. Apparently, men also have field hockey. So there's that. You learn something new every day.
Yep. We learned about handball.
Could do
We
without
didn't
it.
like it.
Could do without it.
We learned all about Flava Flav and how he's bankrolling the women's water polos team.
Yeah.
And how
Man's got
Snoop
more
is
money
just
than he knows
showing
what
up
to
to
do.
everything.
Snoop's all over the place.
I said, man's got to spend his money somehow.
You know?
I support it.
He was
He's
just like,
supporting women's sports. I mean, that's good, right?
that's
Yeah.
exactly it. He's like,
Great.
I have girls. You shouldn't have to worry about financing your sport. You focus on training. I will pay all your stuff. I love that. Plans to get some things in order because I've suddenly acquired a very busy schedule for the month of August. So trying to spend the next couple of days getting as prepped as possible. I love that for you. I will be continuing to implement paper edits to the computer during the Olympics.
I have 900 things that I printed today for planning that needed cut out and need to start planning
Nice.
for August. And also, I think I have a little bit more zhuzhing to do behind me.
All the zhuzh.
Oh, have you been working on your bookshelf today?
Yeah, I've re-zhuzhed.
Nice.
I got rid of
Zhuzh.
this over here used to be the short shelf where I had all of my tarot cards and crystals and stuff because that's where my desk used to sit next to. And they've just been sitting over there because I didn't want to take the lights off of it because I was going to have to cut the light strand. And who wants to do that? But I finally gave in today and did it. And so now the short shelf is over here. And my tarot cards are like, I can touch them from here.
Nice.
That's nice.
So then I zhuzhed some books and I want to do some more zhuzhing. Zhuzhing.
Did you find spaces for all the books you bought here?
Yeah, they're over there on the TBR shelf because I haven't read them yet.
Mm.
To be fair, the TBR bookcase because there are 3 shelves of unread books over there. So
Sounds about right.
double-sided.
Sounds about right. I'll be having supper, and then not sure. Also have to set
I
up a
already did-
notebook.
I already did
a
that.
bullet journal. Yeah, I did that too.
Yeah, we did that.
I
Smooth
already
and-
tried to burn my house down while I made dinner, so it's fine.
I'm glad you didn't.
Can I help you?
Nope. What will you be doing, Ambi?
I'm slowly adding words to my book. I'm not trying to make a certain goal. I'm just going through and figuring out kind of the next place they need to be and slowly working in stuff and editing as I go a little bit. So
You haven't
I'm
been over here
currently
the whole day.
I'm writing. I've been working on this weekend a really important scene of when she finally tells her friend that she can see ghosts. So it's an important scene, and I'm trying to make it the best it could be. So
I love that. I have culled over
Don't show the
3,000
internet
words for
your
the day.
butthole.
So I'm gonna keep doing that.
Merlin.
Jasmine is loafed up.
Merlin's showing her butthole to the whole internet.
It's disrespectful. Disrespectful. All right. Well,
I
are
need
we
to,
ready?
like-
What's
I
she
need
doing?
to like make a crochet modesty cover that like slides over her tail and then it just like hangs down
Yeah.
over her butt. I'll just have a little butt flap.
The modesty cover, I think, makes sense. When they tried to do like the little kitty jewels, like the little gems that sit over their buttholes, that's weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
I'm not here for that.
Ma'am, what are you doing?
My cat decided this morning that I needed to be up much earlier than I actually did. And when I ignored all of her head boops to get my arm to raise to pet her, decided to put her little wet nose all over my face and then put a whisker up my nostril. So that was fun.
And then when Julie still ignored her, came in here where I am, came over to my side of the desk and got in my face and was like, "Mac, mac, 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 mac," like just trying to tell on Julie. I gave her some treats and she went and chilled out.
She's been something today. She's been something. Merlin. I have never seen that, but would 100% look into something else based on my mental image. Yeah.
I feel like that brings more attention to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Big gemstone.
You need a modesty butt flap.
Such a weirdo. All right,
She
ready
only
to
comes
do work?
over when I'm live on the internet.
I'm surprised Jasmine hasn't jumped up here. As soon as I start talking on here, she comes over. So who knows?
I'm ready when you're ready.
I'm ready.
I also know it's a rhetorical question.
Yeah, nobody really has a choice, but I like to just make sure, you know? But I'm ready to do work. So work we shall do. Good luck.
Right, good luck, everyone. We back.
Hello. How'd everybody do? How'd everybody do?
Not great. Thanks.
I did great. I did great.
Can't hear you again, Jess.
Well, I haven't said anything yet, so.
Oh,
It looked like you were talking.
your mouth was open. It looked like you were speaking and just no sound was exiting.
No, I was in contemplation.
Ah,
I was struggling in contemplation.
gotcha.
I was talking to myself. Going,
Got you.
what the fuck did you do with that thing that you just had 5 minutes ago, you big dummy head? You're
You big
stupid.
dum-dum.
You big dummy poo head. You is a stupid.
I did edits and watch surfing. You know. One does.
As one does.
Progress is progress. It is coming along.
I did plannery things and watered plants and did some book shuffling.
How
Still
were
not-
your plants when you
They're
got
very
home?
sad.
I hadn't asked you.
They're very sad. My plants are very sad.
Boo. Are all the puppers gone?
We still have one left today. There's still one.
Singular pup.
It's outside with its mommy.
It's a mum. Very
And
nice.
It needs to go away.
I know you want it to.
It needs to find a new home.
That's the goal. Kelly had supper. Got reading done. What you reading? Anything good?
I need to pick a book to read next too.
You know, I said that I was going to finish a whole bunch of books at the same time, and then I have not.
I downloaded that one book, The Haunting of Whatever, and that we were supposed to read together and then never read.
We did not. We did not do that.
Sure did not.
Part of that was my fault because I was gone for 2 days.
I mean, it's not your fault because you didn't leave of your own volition for funsies.
Yeah.
True.
You weren't like, Jess is coming. Let me get the hell out of here.
Right. Which would have been rude.
Yeah,
But
I didn't want to
understandable.
go,
No.
but then you leave, and then I go this week, and I got bone pulled out of my face. It was fun.
Yeah.
Still very sore. Still have a gaping wound.
A gaping wound.
Yeah.
I just like the way you said it.
Mm-hmm.
A gaping wound.
And a couple weeks before the next one.
Yep. At least that one, they're not taking stuff out of my mouth.
Yeah.
So
It's fair.
yeah, it's been really fun taking all my food and like breaking it up into tiny little pieces so that I can eat it.
Eat it. Brie listened to 8% of an audiobook and moved a bunch of stuff from under the bed to the room of doom. Room that I put stuff into that needs to be done and we're organized. I would have the space to just have a room of doom. Oh, I have to do this thing? I'm going to go put it in that room.
We have a lot of people who have rooms of doom in here. Somebody else also has a room of doom.
I'm like, I just have stuff everywhere that needs done. Going through notes for my editor, hoping to get this book completed and done tonight. Dozens of beta readers sent me their feedback, and I've been editing for weeks.
Nice.
It's nice to have the feedback, though.
Yeah.
I think I have to send it back to her one more time so she can check my crime scene. My crime scene. A scene with crime. Got it. I'm reading Shadow Stitch. I'm enjoying it.
Nice.
I'm glad.
A scene with a crime scene.
A green scene with a crime scene. I just realized that I'm baking to avoid writing. It happens.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of things recently to avoid working on books, but I'm back. I'm back, bitches.
Or you
Because
can just give up and never write book ever again, like I did.
That's not an option for me.
It could be.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever get to a place where I feel like I want to give it up completely. It still feels like I have a lot of stories to tell. I just am not great at telling them yet.
Full-length mafia romance is compelling to me. I wrote one of the novellas that I did last year was like a mafia related one. I just don't. Turns out I don't know enough about the mafia to really write a believable mafia romance. Because
Honey, they're not believable. None of them are believable.
I'm not a part of the mob. So nor do I feel like investing the amount of time necessary to properly research the workings of a mob so that I could write one believably. But
no, we don't. You don't write them no one cares about believable.
I know.
Listen, he has to be Italian, the head of a mob family, but also his parents are dead. He's in his 20s. He's probably got a younger brother who's like his second in command. Somebody sells their daughter to him for some kind of $2 million debt that they have. And then he's like super actually nice and makes her fall in love with him. And then in the end, she ends up saving him from some bad guy because she shoots him and kills him. It's not that hard. Like, they're all exactly the same.
I mean, in mine, it was the hitman taking the mob boss's daughter away to keep her safe. And then, then he just keeps her.
Yeah, that's what they do. That's how it happens.
That's how that happens. I get it. But have you met me? Like, even in my smut, I still have to write like believable, full-fledged characters. And if I don't feel like I can do that properly, I can't write it. It's weird.
Listen, I've watched enough shorts of werewolf romance, vampire romance, mafia romance. What else have I been watching lately? I don't even remember what else. I have problems. I could write anything right now with like a solid 20 minutes. I'm here to tell you, I don't know who they're paying to write these scripts for these hour-and-a-half long shorts videos, but they're paying them too much. However much it is too much.
Are they though? Because you're eating them up.
I have a problem. I didn't say that it wasn't working. I'm just saying.
But you're not the only person with a problem. Like, they're making a butt ton of money on people that are reading poorly written stuff. Like, I live alone in a 3-bedroom house. One is a bedroom. One is my study. One is the office room. Crap. I thought you had like 50,000 people from your family living
They already moved out.
I didn't know. I don't know these things.
She told us that.
I don't know.
Julie doesn't like people enough to pay attention to them.
That's not true. I've had a lot of trauma in the last couple of months, and I forget things.
I just like to give Julie a hard time.
Oh.
A living room for entertaining, which just means nephew. Very good. Fun fact, I'm not part of the mafia, but I do know about wanting to destroy a patriarchy. You just write what you know. Yep.
I promise you that no one that has ever written a mafia romance is actually part of the mafia or knows anything about it other than what they've seen.
I wouldn't bet money on that.
You know what I would give money for? A picture of a person that's actually in the mafia reading a mafia romance.
It has to happen. Right? It must.
Like,
they have to.
It has to be allegedly in the mafia.
That's like saying that like people in like biker gangs don't read biker gang romances.
I'm sure they do.
You know they do.
Yeah, but are they able to enjoy it the way that we are? Or are they like, we don't do that in the mafia, that's not how we do it?
Or is it like a doctor watching
Grey's Anatomy? That would never happen in my gang. Yeah.
A doctor watching Grey's Anatomy going, that's not how any of this works.
That's not how that works. Yeah. The Amish don't read Amish romance at all, pretty much.
I mean, you got me there.
You know?
You're probably pretty safe on that one. I'll give you that one, Ashley. You're probably safe there.
Who knows?
No, but I will tell you that.
But what if they do? Like, I have to write it well enough that if they do, they're not ripping holes in my story.
I mean, I guess people who have like decided to live among the English could read Amish romances, but I don't know why they would, because if they were into that, they would have just stayed there, I would imagine.
So
But
I think that this area is a big seller for Amish romance because every time we go to the local bookstore, there's two different doors to walk in, and when you walk in the first door, they have all of the Amish romances in there, and there's always people in there browsing the Amish romances.
listen,
Always.
it is.
And
It's
we are very close to Amish country, so
We are.
yes.
We are. We're just rural enough that they're like, check these people out. You asked him if he reads mafia romances. I would never point that out to somebody if I knew somebody was in the mob. Be like, hey, you're in the mob. Do you read mafia? I'd be like, I don't know anything. I know nothing.
I don't know that I could read an Amish romance because I would be too concerned with like the logistics of like living life without power and having to spend 3 days to make a cake because you have to make everything from scratch. And there's a recipe for frosting where you literally have to like stir it for 8 hours. And I'm like, who the fuck has the arm muscle for that? Like you have to have 15 kids because they each have to take a turn stirring the cake for 10 minutes. And like, I'm good. Thanks. I couldn't, like, I'm sure the romance part is fine. Like the romance part is the good part. That's why you're reading an Amish romance.
No, I want.
it's going to be a very clean.
It's gonna be pretty clean, and I
You
don't.
know.
I don't like my romance clean. I like it real dirty.
Well, there is that. I don't care whether romance is clean or dirty, honestly.
I think that would be the only thing holding me back.
It depends. Like sometimes people that write it dirty write it really cringy, and then I'm like, can you just close the door for me? Because I like the characters too much for this.
I would rather not see.
I don't want to see it if they write it bad, but like if they write it good, I want to watch. That's what I said.
The way she said, I want to watch.
I want to watch.
Like there are some of my favorite romance books that I didn't even realize were closed door.
That is true. There's definitely been books where I'm like, I'm sure that they like went into detail and they didn't. Filled that shit in myself. I know people who do that aren't Amish. I would never.
Yeah.
Just bake from scratch. No.
That is dark. That's just a dark romance in an Amish setting. I support that.
Yeah.
I still couldn't
I support that. I support sex trafficking, kidnapping, and domestic violence.
I support dark romances. Not literally, but figuratively. I don't give them my money because I'm not a dark romance girly. I mean, I might be, who knows? I may fall in there. Instagram thinks that I've fallen into there because the things that have been coming up in my feed lately.
Pretty dark.
Whew.
Yeah.
I have found the guys who have found their market of book talk girlies.
Mm-hmm.
They have found me. I'm not mad about it.
I'm not mad about anything. I've built my For You page brick by brick. Yeah. You find your niche, you find your niche. You find what you like to write, you write it.
That's right.
You write it, you read it.
I will never tell anybody that what they write or what they read is nonsensical or stupid or worthless, except for that one book that you guys read that we don't talk about on the internet. She's like, what book is that?
I got it. And then she whispered it to me. I was like, I got it, man. I got it.
Because that's too much for me. But other than that,
it was too much for me.
It was too much for me, which is why I made her read it.
Right. Other than that, there's nothing really that bothers me because if it's just something I don't like, I just don't read it. But I know there are people who do.
Yeah.
No, I never begrudge people what they like to read. Like, even I don't care if it's not what I read. Just read something.
There's someone out there.
If you enjoy it, read it.
Yep. Go enjoy yourself.
We were actually
Nobody's ever going to read
talking-
my book though if I don't finish it. So we are going to jump into another sprint.
This is true.
You know,
If we have to.
I will probably go floof a sleeping kitten.
Oh, will you give her a floof for me?
Comfy.
I will floof her for you. Yeah,
I miss picking on her.
she does look comfy, which is why I'm going to go over and mess with her.
After last night, she deserves it a little
That's
bit.
what I'm saying. She doesn't get to sleep peacefully if I can't. All right, friends. We are going to rock another sprint.
Yep. All right, here we go. Good luck, everyone. That was fast.
I was deeply unready for that.
It took me a really long time to figure out what tab we were in. I have like 47 open, and I was like, where is that sound coming from?
I'm like, I was in Scrivener and nowhere near this tab and still working. I was like, no. Not
Where
yet.
am I? I'm not ready for this.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
What am I going to do?
Hi, Lisa. Yes, that was the last sprint. I'm so sorry.
Lisa always gets here at the end of the last sprint.
I know. 11 seconds of sprinting for me. I'm so sorry.
I mean,
That was.
unlike us, she must have a life.
I know.
Or it's a lot earlier for her.
That it also is for her.
No, I don't think so.
Hmm?
I don't think so.
Where are you at, Lisa?
Nope, no not.
I could be lying, but I don't think so. It would not be the first time I've lied on the internet.
AM EST.
Well, we're in EST, so I don't know what
Yeah.
what else I could say.
Watching true crime. Ashley has an absurd amount of fiber orders right now, so I'm busy finishing up the book by the end of the month. How is July almost over? I don't know, but it is. It's coming up. Got more reading done. Why do I have to go for door stoppers?
Like a tome.
Ah, got it.
Uh,
Mm-hmm. Got some
It was
words
taking.
written.
It was
I was like-
solidly taking her a minute there.
I was like,
What does
I
a
was
door
thinking-
stop have to do
I
with
was like,
anything?
door busters, door stuff. What's happening? I don't know. Working through Sarah Cahill's 90/90 challenge. It's going well. So just surprised you were still going and wanted to say hey. Well, hello.
hello.
Well, hello.
That's
I
why
do not get sad when summer ends. I get sad when summer begins.
I'm fine with it. I'm good with
me.
fall.
Summer is my seasonal depression time. I'm so happy in the winter.
I have.
I'm relatively happy all year round now, but
Is it possible to have seasonal depression in every season?
sure.
That's just depression.
That's just chronic depression.
Oh, that's the one I have then.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah. Oh, that's me. Mm-hmm.
That'd be the one I have. My bad.
Like when my therapist was diagnosing me for my paperwork for the pets, she was like, crippling anxiety. I was like,
Crippling.
Crippling.
thanks.
Oh.
There's nothing like an actual diagnosis to like humble you. I was
That's
like,
why
I
I don't
mean,
go to the therapist. Then they can't diagnose me, and I'm fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I was like, there's a difference between knowing and then like knowing.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, I'm medicated, so like,
Yeah, same. And I was like, oh yeah, like I've got depression. It's no big deal. And then I got like my paperwork and it was like complex post-traumatic stress disorder, like, chronic depression. I was like, cool. I'm fine. We're all fine. Everything's fine.
I don't think it's fine.
The book I'm reading is over 600 pages.
I call that a weapon
That is a weapon.
because you could hit somebody with it and knock them the fuck out.
1,000%. I feel like winter in general, not great if you have to leave the house, but I don't, so I'm okay with it.
No,
Winter
here's the thing.
above the Mason-Dixon line. Not for it.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. It's so different. If it snows in Texas, the world ends because it's ice. They can't handle it. It snows here, you can still go out shopping. They've already plowed. It's amazing.
Last winter was just mind-blowing for Amber. She's like, why it's so fluffy? And I was like, yeah, snow gets fluffy. She's like, no, it's just icy. And I was like, no,
we don't have that.
It was so easy to clean off my car when I didn't have to try to get 2 inches of ice off my windshield.
We had like a full like foot of snow, and I went out that afternoon and like ran to Joanne's because I needed like yarn or something. And she was like, I could never. in Texas, and I was like, yeah. So it's not bad here. It's always better for her here. Winter sucks so much here. 6 months, yeah.
And summer has
We're
been
very-
nicer because it's not as hot here.
Yeah.
So
Summertime sadness really does hit hard. Summertime sadness and summertime colds hit different, and neither one of them are great. I think that's just depression.
I think this is the first year I've been able to enjoy like the spring, summer, like thunderstorms and stuff without worrying that a tornado was gonna, level my house.
Yeah,
That was kind of nice.
that is nice.
It was only kind of nice.
I love them. And she was like, they freaked me out. And then she was like, oh, no, I get it.
I'm still not quite there.
Yeah.
Yeah. They still do freak me out a little bit.
I still don't think I've ever seen you go quite as pale as when we were in Elizabethtown and the siren went off at the fire station to like bring in the volunteers. And she was like, tornado!
It sounded just like tornado
It's like,
sirens.
it's not a tornado siren. I was like, they're just calling in the volunteer firefighters. We're in a tiny town. It's okay. I promise. I'm sometimes sad right now. Or just regular sad. Who knows? I know. Seasonal depression in the spring, summer, autumn, winter variants. The variants. I think I might have ADHD, and this is a new development for me.
Yeah, I figured that out about myself too, that I definitely have ADHD and I'm on the spectrum. So fun.
Throw it all out there.
I
Got
don't
15%.
think I have the ADHD. I just think I have all of the ADHD symptoms. I don't know what that means.
I have several of them, but I don't think I have it.
Right. I have several of the
Okay.
symptoms.
I have it at certain times. I get very
There is still a spectrum, even with
Yeah.
even with ADHD.
Yeah. But also, like, I could just have those symptoms because I'm lazy. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
executive
don't
dysfunction
skew
or
towards-
laziness. Pick one.
Yeah.
No, mine is definitely executive dysfunction because even though I look like I'm being lazy, my brain is going, just get up and do it. Just get up and do it. It won't be that bad. And I still just sit there because I can't move. It's definitely not just laziness for me.
I have both at different times. Like, I definitely have the why are you just move just an inch, just move, like maybe just wiggle a finger, move, like that. But then I also have where I'm like, I don't fucking care. I'm just gonna lay here until I rot into a cesspool of meat flesh. I don't care.
I don't go that way. I go the other like hyper productive way where it's like,
Oh, I do that too.
she's like, I thought you were making your breakfast. And I was like, I was making my trash can. And then when we brought the trash can in, I remembered that we didn't do this other thing. So then I did these 5 other things. And now I'm just getting to make my breakfast. But then I realized I wanted to have like onions and peppers and they weren't cut yet. So now I'm just chopping the whole bag. And then like eventually I'll get there.
Mhm.
Yes, we were going to go run errands, but I had to cut my hair. So it's fine.
Yep, I
Yeah.
have that.
The problem too with me is like I do for the most part have executive dysfunction, but then every once in a while the hyper focus will set in and I get viscerally angry if like the dog needs to be a dog and go outside like a normal dog whilst I'm in my hyper focus mode. I'm like, fine, the world revolves around you. No one can do anything here.
Yeah.
But then other times I'm like, you want to go out? Okay, let's go. No big deal. It's a mess.
Oh yeah, you probably have that thing. You know.
That thing.
All the time.
Fall's beautiful here too.
So everyone in the South thinks when there's a prediction of snow, what are we gonna do? We're good.
Yeah.
Come to Canada for the winter. All different kinds of snow.
No. Hence the words north. of the
Okay, if I
Mississippi.
could be like in a cabin with full electricity and heat and just snowed in with my like computer and my books, and that would be okay.
It'd be fine. Work from home makes it a lot less threatening to be like snowed in somewhere.
Yeah.
You're like, I can handle that. I have the hyper-focused version of ADHD. That's why I could work for 10 hours and not eat. Yup.
Yeah. And then when
I
it
have dreams like
when it
that.
ends and all of a sudden it hits you, you're like, I
Wow.
will tear apart a cow with my teeth now.
But by that point, I'm like too hungry to make something, and then I just get angry, and I don't know what I want, and then I'm just like, I'm just gonna keep not eating.
No, see, I go. I'm going to get some. I'm Uber Eats. What can I do? I'm gonna go to Wendy's. I gotta have something.
I just go, well, I guess I don't deserve to eat. I'm not eating.
Yeah, that's a whole different.
There's nothing I want.
Issue.
I'm not
That's
doing
a different problem.
It's a different problem, I know.
I don't deserve to eat is a different problem.
That's a whole different mental issue.
It's a whole different trauma. I get confused
Right.
like,
I want you to know that yesterday I cut a frozen pizza in half and only made half of the pizza so that I would only eat half of the pizza.
Smart.
That's fair.
I outsmarted frozen pizza. It can't control me.
You can't control me. Just a construct we use to make ourselves feel bad. I mean, it's still a thing. Gotta love the fun of being noticed. Of motivation are also a function of executive. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Relatable.
It ends, and I'm like, oh, that's why I feel like I'm gonna pass out.
I haven't had food in 600 years.
I was like, yeah, I was hungry about 3 hours ago. I wasn't stopping. Everyone make sure you're getting your thyroid checked because thyroid issues can manifest similarly.
Yeah.
Similarly.
It's hard because when you're fat, you go to the doctor. Everything that's wrong with you is because you're fat.
Run into a wall of I don't give a crap. Yep.
Yeah, I get that way a lot. Like if I get to the point of hangry, I need food now, and I can't make it.
Locked up my delivery apps now, so I don't have the option of a coping mechanism.
I don't live somewhere where I can order food. I can't even order a pizza in my house.
I think my husband has that. For a while, we couldn't order anything here. Sure.
I will say my go-to is like when I'm that hungry, like when I forgot to eat and I feel like I'm gonna pass out because it's because I have low blood sugar. I 100% will go to the kitchen and start to make something, but while I'm making that thing, I will be eating a giant spoon of peanut butter while I make what I actually plan to eat.
Love that for you.
Because the peanut butter makes me happy.
Mm.
And it's peanut butter. And then helps with the sugar problem.
Yeah.
And then by the time my food's done, I don't feel like I'm going to like burn the house down. I mean, I already tried that once today.
Well, the problem isn't the happiness. The problem is as soon as I get to that point, I look at the food in my house and I go, I would rather be murdered than eat anything inside of this house.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. However, when you live 20 plus minutes away from anything that would be pre-cooked for you, you can't feel that way. You would just have to
choose not feel that way. Like that's just how my brain works.
I've never had that option.
That's why I never live far away from civilization.
Right. That's
like,
never
I live in the country. I'm like, not me. I need to have a Taco Bell nearby. I'm just saying.
I mean, since I was 7, I've always lived in the same place, basically.
Yeah.
Many other property is attached to this property. So like basically lived here my whole life. So I've never really had that option.
Yeah.
To just run to town to eat something.
Mm-hmm.
So
how long does it take you to get to town?
Depending on traffic, between 12 to 18 minutes.
I would go to town and get food. I would. That's not that far.
She would. I'm with you. I would not. She would.
That's pretty close. You go that far for places here?
But I never did until I moved in here with you, and that became a thing. Like, I would never.
You also, before where you lived, didn't have any drive-thrus?
No.
So it was not even just getting there in the 12 to 18 minutes. You would have to get out of your car and go in somewhere, and that's not acceptable. You know? That's harder. It's hard. I would go further. I've gone further than that before.
Yeah. Friends, that is all we have in
Romans.
us. Countrymen.
Lend me thy ears.
Yes. That has been Sunday Night Sprints.
Has it?
I'm all the tired.
I can tell. You're very low energy today.
I know. I've been working. I've been getting a lot done, but like I'm CP. Is sleeps. But hopefully we all have an amazing week. And we'll be back next Sunday. Everything is scheduled for August. So you can set all your notifications. Come back and join us. And continue to get stuff done.
What if I don't want to?
Then don't.
Yes.
But like, you know, if you want to, we'll be here. Sound good? Thanks for joining us and having food chats and productivity chats and hanging.
Yes.
Right.
It was fun.
It was great.
Thank you for being a friend.
We'll see you next week. Bye.